You seem like someone that would get cold feet. You seem like someone that sleeps
That can
in
be
socks.
the campaign.
No. Yeah. You don't sleep in socks?
No, sleep in
Do you
nothing.
sleep in... Oh, okay. That's upsetting.
Someone DM'd me the other day and said, "Do you sleep naked?"
Who?
I don't know, just it was a guy.
Oh, did you say, how dare you?
No, I just left it in the
Do you think they were trying to be mean
message
to you?
request. I don't know.
I don't know how we
Funny
got
that.
here because we haven't even started the
No,
episode.
I know, but
Sorry.
Well, this is Unserious, where we unpack the biggest dramas, smallest controversies, from what you can and can't say about pop stars to the job everybody wants or doesn't want. I'm Liz Burke, and I'm joined by News 24 host Caleb Bond. Welcome.
Thank you.
Got the new name right.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
how about that? And
Practicing.
news.com.au journalist Mary Madigan. Welcome back.
Thank you.
She's here. She's
I'm
fresh.
here.
She's famous.
I'm back. Yes, finally. Finally a bit of respect from the public.
How was Melbourne? You didn't get attacked with a machete or anything?
Can I
down
just say Melbourne seemed incredibly safe? If anything, it seemed safer than Sydney. It was freezing, but it was really nice.
All the youths are staying inside.
Yeah, because they couldn't commit their crime. No, it was lovely. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a
You
great
were
time.
there at a great time. I mean, they changed premiers and everything. Turned
And
it
we
on
were
for
like,
you.
we were across the road from the Parliament House. We were staying at the
Wow.
Windsor. And I caught up with my friend Joel Creasy, and he was like, so I'm name dropping now. I caught my friend Joel Creasy, and he was like, oh my God, like you were across the road from history. And I was like, to be fair, we were out. But yes.
There you go.
To be fair, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a new Premier of Victoria, which is just so exciting. I didn't see us talking about that today. But I actually wanted to kick off with a story I think is a little more interesting. Ariana Grande, she's one of probably the bigger pop stars of our time, also now a movie star. She released a new album last week, which I have listened to and quite enjoyed. But it's not her music that's got everyone talking about how she looks. So if you look at some of the promotional material for that album, particularly the first music video, it's pretty noticeable that she looks very, very thin. It's not the first time that this has kind of, become a point of discussion about her particularly. But there has been so much discussion about this, people voicing concern for her, saying that it's dangerous, like wondering if, those images should be promoted. And it's prompted her team today to issue a statement saying that she's going to actually take a step back from public-facing work, not for health reasons, but because it's led to endless ongoing public scrutiny. So it's kind of prompted the question around whether it's okay or even necessary to comment on celebrities' bodies. Caleb, I was a bit surprised that you were so keen to talk about this one. What's your take? I didn't see you as an Ari fan.
Well, no, I'm not particularly. But she looks gaunt. She looks really gaunt. Like, why should we not point that out?
Sort of, we've reached this point, haven't we, in the cultural discourse where we're like, you're going to love this, Caleb. We can't call a spade, right? Like something just physically looks very wrong here. And I feel like I have been in conversations editorially before. I think it was like maybe a year ago that she started to look particularly thin. And I think I've had conversations as being like, do we acknowledge this? Like, is it contributing to the culture of analysing women's bodies? Like, do we just ignore it? But I think the truth is, if you're a famous person, whether you want to be or not, you're some kind of role model, right? And people aspire to be you. And I think the scary thing about Ariana is I think what people are missing in the conversation, I see it a lot on my social media. Yeah, there are people commenting being like, you look too thin, you look unhealthy. There are also a lot of young girls saying, I think she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Because they idolize her and they think she looks cool, and they save things like where you can now see like on her, it's like your décolleté, is that what it's
Yeah, your décolletage, like your collarbones.
You can see all her
and
ribs
things,
and collarbones and stuff. And there are people commenting being like, oh, I want to lose so much weight that you can see all my collarbones. Like, I do think there's this weird subculture. I sort of remember this. Remember when the Olsen twins got very thin? Like Mary-Kate Olsen got very thin? And I remember as a young girl being like, oh, I wish I was like as thin as Mary-Kate Olsen. And she came out later and said she had an eating disorder and she got help and all those things. But I do think that when we see this stuff as perhaps adults, we can just go, oh, that looks wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I think young people, like especially growing up idolizing her, I think they still find her aspirational.
Yeah, and I think this is why, and like it or not, if you live life in the public eye and you make a lot of money doing it, like an Ariana Grande does, you have to accept that there are trade-offs.
Yeah.
You could go off and just ride off into the sunset and stop making music and stop selling concert tickets and all this stuff if you don't want to be in the public eye. But she does, because she makes money out of it. And so part of that is you're going to be criticised for things and people are going to notice things. And perhaps you need to be a little more open with people than an average person would. And if that means, if she's got an eating disorder, the best thing she could do is come out and say, I've got a problem and I'm going to do something about it. Because that is a signal then to the rest of the world that, I'm not doing this as an aspirational thing. Or she could just say, I really like being thin.
But it's also...
is it a health concern? I don't know.
It's also
I think she's got a responsibility to
It's
address
fascinating. So when Mary-Kate Olsen got to her thinnest, right, I remember that she started wearing very baggy clothes.
Yeah.
So you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Ariana, in the videos clip that she just released for her new single, Petal, is all wearing very tight, form-fitting show how thin she is. And that is a lot of the conversation online of like, it seems, and I don't know what her headspace is, but if you're looking at the imagery, it does seem like she's showing it off, or she's definitely not trying to hide it.
I think it's just such a delicate situation because it's a really fine line between, should we just leave people to be how they are, or should we call out something that looks unhealthy? But then it kind of also goes back to our ideals of like what is healthy, what is like a good body. It's just
I think probably the thing with the Ariana thing, though, I do like agree with what you're saying, but I also think like at some point you have to believe your own eyes, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how much, and you see this all the time with addicts or people that are battling disorders, right? They will look you up and down and tell you, I am healthy, I am fine. I remember Taylor Swift once speaking about when she got very thin and then she was in a much healthier weight, and she said, if you had asked me at the time if I had an eating disorder, I would have told you that I eat all the time and I just exercise a lot.
Yeah.
And she said, but that wasn't true. I wasn't eating.
Yeah.
And I think when you're in the throes of it, and I think Ariana is in the throes of it, she's not equipped to give an honest answer, and it is interesting to me that her team, and look, at the end of the day, they are her team, so they're acting under her instructions, right? But I am fascinated. Like, if I saw the cut of that music video as one of her team, I'd be like, oh no, we have to.
Problem.
But it seems to me that either she or whoever's on her team don't see a problem with it, and it's a slippery slope, right? Because I wouldn't want someone commenting on someone if they gained weight. Like, I think that's unfair.
Yeah.
But I think,
but it's going to happen anyway. I mean, this is the reality.
Yeah.
I mean, if I suddenly lost a lot of weight, viewers would notice it. Like,
you'd have to come out and deny that.
I have an eating disorder. No, I've been exercising a lot.
Yeah.
But there was for a while there, I did lose some weight.
Okay,
and
the bragging
begins?
begins?
I didn't. No, because I put it all back on.
Oh,
and I don't quite know how it happened. I didn't change, but I just lost some weight.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh my God, you've lost weight.
Maybe you had like a parasite. You know, people have parasites and they lose heaps of weight.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid you used to get those little chocolates, like deworming chocolates.
Oh, yeah, deworm.
Yes. Maybe I need to do
deworm
that.
myself quite frequently. Because I have a dog.
You still deworm yourself?
So I deworm myself every 6 months.
So you're meant to deworm the dog.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you're going down to the vet and getting the little, droplets to go on the back of the neck, and you're like,
you don't have to have a script. You say, I think I've got worms. I think if you're brave enough to say that, people should give you the
every 6 months, sorry.
Not on
every
the
6
dot.
months, you walk in, you go, okay, it is the 19th, and you walk in.
No, it's in the calendar.
And she gets a ping, and you walk in and say, I think I've got worms.
I deworm myself and my boyfriend. He go, what am I eating? I go, don't worry, it's just good for you.
Oh my God.
I just deworm us. You can't be. It's good.
When did you last deworm yourself, Liz?
I can't remember. I don't think I ever have.
No.
Oh, humble brag there. When did you last deworm yourself?
I've never dewormed. I suppose when I was a kid and I was given
you
the chocolate.
Deworm yourself. You're a parental guardian.
You guys are being smug, but you're probably a parental guardian.
We're playing with fire.
You guys are probably got
So we're full of worms.
Yeah,
who knows what parasites are in here?
My friend had a parasite. He lost all this weight and was feeling absolutely gorgeous, and then popped himself down to the doctors, and he's like, "You've got a parasite."
What's the issue? If he was feeling fine?
Well, I think the parasite's not good for you. You had to flush the parasite out.
How did that work?
You don't need a parasite.
I don't know. I think like it was one of those situations where he started telling the story and then realised he didn't want to finish it because it was going to be really gross.
Right.
So we
you
just
only
kind of
half know.
We just let it lie.
Yeah,
there was actually we had a meeting about this show. I think it was last week, talking about, maybe some potential advertisers. So we're talking about, maybe are people going to be turned off? Like, is some of the content a bit too much? And one of the producers said, look, I think if there's going to be any more dog stories, then we might need to be careful. And I said, I don't think there are any more dog stories. Like, I think this is it. But
okay, is worming?
And then here we go.
Can it be sponsored by a worming company?
I guess so.
These are the ideas.
Exactly. I think I hear some worm ads on
Chemist
radio.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
I would love to see sponsored by Chemist Warehouse.
We could do product placement.
Of worming tablets.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. You should be in advertising.
That's right.
All right. Well, I think we can move on. I was interested in this survey of Gen Z and millennial workers. That's kind of looking at what what the jobs are that younger Australians are attracted to, that are they looking to work in, but then also some findings about what they're what they're worried about. There was such a concern from young Australians that, they were worried about AI disrupting their career plans, basically. But at the same time, the places that they all wanted to work were AI companies. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a if you can't beat them, join them mentality. But there were some other concerns that came out of this survey. I think it was from Hatch. But as AI is reshaping those entry-level roles, there's such an emphasis on real-world experience and human skills. And it's a real catch-22 for people starting their career. There's such a demand for these human skills. You want to have good work experience. You want to kind of come into a workplace knowing what to do. But then workplaces are so strapped for resources that they can't really be hosting interns and work experience people all the time. Like, how do you start your career if you can't get your work experience?
We're way too obsessed with qualifications.
Yeah.
Now, I feel. I mean, at some point,
says Caleb Bond, famously unqualified.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I did a cadetship, but I got into journalism the old-fashioned way, right? And at some point, particularly universities, more so than TAFE or anything like that. But universities became the gatekeepers of employment, and so now you've got to have this degree and that degree and that degree. You've got to get 5 bloody degrees before anyone. Oh yes, well maybe consider your application now. Are we any better off for it? I mean, universities are making a lot of money and they love it.
I feel
but is the world any better off because you now need to have a master's to go and be a teacher?
Probably not that one.
Probably not that one. But I do think that we get like university grads in or people that come into work experience, whatever, and I'm always struck by the fact that they have really poor social skills.
Yeah.
And like really poor work skills.
Oh, they get nothing.
Yeah, and they have no, like they just have no, like it's like, I always think like they've got nothing behind the eyes. Like I'm like.
No, but they're going to university and having their heads filled with all this guff about, it's all about, it's all ethics.
I went to university and I had a great time and expanded my mind. And I actually think it would do you a lot of good, Caleb, to learn a few things. But considering you're happily uneducated, that's great.
Oh, uneducated.
No, that would be the word. Famously uneducated Caleb Bond. But I do think that that we're somehow missing, and I teach at a university, I notice all the time, every year the kids seem more and more like babies. And they
Is
all
that
seem...
because you were getting older and older?
Yeah, I think it's because I'm getting older and older, definitely. It's upsetting. But no, I think it's because they all have really poor social skills. I think I asked a couple of them last semester, I said to them, I was trying to explain something. I was like, I said, the good thing about being a journalist is it makes you really good at dating. I said, because you get really good at asking questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys all dating, right? And none of them were dating.
Yeah, right.
And they were
that tracks.
18, 19, that's what they're meant to be doing.
Yeah, I know. But young people don't have sex anymore.
No, well, they don't have, but I do.
Some of them do.
I think some of them
Some of them do. No, but statistically,
they're
there is
having
less sex than there has ever been.
Yeah.
Less sex, less fun, more education, more
Yes.
qualifications.
Yeah, but for what ends? But this is my point.
I think it would be a really scary time to be doing a journalism degree, though. This AI stuff is becoming, we're trying to identify it, but it is everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
It's inescapable.
But this is why they're all scared of AI taking their jobs, but also want to work at AI companies.
I'm scared of AI taking my job.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, look, if they can find a way to do my TV program with a robot, they'll probably get there one day. But the reason they want to work for an AI company is because they can see the writing on the wall, and they kind of figure, well, if the robots are going to take all the jobs, I want to be the person servicing the robots.
It's just the new Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
It's a new tech boom, right? Where I think people want to get in there because they believe there's lots of money to be made.
Yeah.
But they're probably not enjoying their work. You know what I mean? But that's not why they're there. They're like, I'm going to jump on this money train.
I think there is a real concern about AI reducing or eliminating those early career opportunities. Because, when you first get into a business, you're kind of doing those menial kind of little tasks that, basically can be taken over by technology. I think it's just oh gosh, if my job's going to be taken over by something else, I think people are just, you don't know what's going to be safe.
No, and I think I agree. I think entry-level roles are probably at the most risk of AI. But then I also think I actually don't think AI is that good.
Yeah.
I think, and I worry that it's replacing our critical thinking because
Absolutely.
we're going to AI for problem solving now.
Yeah.
And I do this too. AI does all my mathematicians, does all my maths. And so I'm totally guilty of it. But I'm I just feel like young people now are not, they're going to say, oh, okay, AI, analyze Othello for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not going to analyze it.
Yeah,
you know, and I think, but then in other parts of their lives, they're not going to be able to critically think about things.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that I find I remember someone said to me, which is true, like when you have a problem, bosses want you to come with the problem and the solution.
Yeah.
So like, this is the problem, but this is how I would like it to be solved, or this is how I think it could be solved. And they might not agree with you, but like, they're going to appreciate that you're not just coming for a whinge. Like, you're coming with a plan, right? And I was like, oh, that's a really good skill. And I think I've tried to do that. Probably haven't always nailed it, but I think it's a really good skill. But I notice this a lot with like young people that come in. Like, they have no sense of, how do I fix this? They're always looking for someone to fix something for them. They never like have a go.
Yeah.
You know, like they always have. And I think that is because they're used to technology, or probably also their parents, doing things for them. Whereas I used to be, and I also think we're nicer to them. Like, people used to not be nice to you in offices.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you wouldn't turn to the person next to you and be like, hey, can you please help me? Because they would just tell you no.
Yeah.
And that's the other, like, not it's an issue, but now it's like everyone falls all over themselves to be nice to like the young person.
But this is all part of the problem of why no one is hiring, people straight out of school or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, I want the real world experience, but then you can't go and get the real world experience.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a vicious cycle because they don't want to deal with the young people who just can't do anything.
Yeah.
But also at some point, you've got to take a chance on someone, right? And this used to be so much more common than it is today. And I think all of this feeds into what you're saying about you see the poor social skills in kids. I mean, my grandfather got his first job at 14 sweeping the floors in a butcher's shop because he and his mates used to go to this fish and chip shop in Elizabeth in Adelaide, right? And the butcher walks over the road one day and says, I need someone to sweep my floors. Any of you boys want a job? And so my grandfather basically beat all his friends up to get the job because he desperately wanted the money.
Good man.
So he started sweeping the floors in the butcher shop.
Pays off.
That's right.
That's the moral of the story.
Start sweeping the floors. And then when he was 14, of course, this doesn't happen anymore because people stay at school, but his boss walked up the driveway one day and knocked on the door and said, I need an apprentice butcher. Are you interested?
This guy got everything handed to him on a silver platter.
And he said...
The rest of us are out here hustling.
He said, sure. He went on to own a chain of butcher shops. And all of this comes from the butcher walked into the fish and chip shop and said, one of you boys want a job.
A classic tale.
What is this? How is this helping young people?
No, what I'm getting at is once upon a time, people were
you could walk into a butcher.
People were willing to take...
This is an insane story. This is like when you're like finished uni and you tell your mum you want a job at News Corp and she's like, have you rung Rupert? And you're like, I can't ring Rupert. She's like, I think go and put your resume in and say, if I went in with a piece of paper to News Corp and was like, can you pass this to Rupert? They would honestly tackle me. They would
I reckon if you went anywhere with a piece of paper, like when I was looking for a job when I was like 14 or whatever, you just went around to shops and gave them your resume.
Yeah.
I think people still do that. Like sometimes I see like at a newsagent or they'll have like a little pile of resumes there.
But my point is that the butcher...
There was no point.
The butcher,
you just want to talk about your butcher dynasty.
The butcher took a chance on a kid in a fish and chip shop.
So we should all take a chance. What?
Well,
Are you upset that you didn't become a butcher?
No, I'm not upset.
I think you'd be happier as a butcher.
Why?
I think you would love it.
Why?
It would just be like you and like red meat and gout. I think
Very
like,
hands-on.
I quite enjoy my job. But what I'm saying is we used to... Can I make my point, Mary?
I don't think you have a
point.
point.
We used to take a chance on people. And I just don't think those opportunities exist anymore.
Oh, that's your
right.
point.
So we should get more work experience kids in.
Well, to some degree, yes.
Do
But I
you
think we
should
need to
go
get rid of this.
outside,
We need to get rid of this obsession.
and offer them a job
We
as
need
your
to get
junior
rid of this
producer?
obsession
Yeah.
that you need to have a qualification in order to do a job.
Yeah.
Lots of people have built very successful businesses out of zero qualifications in anything. And it doesn't mean that they're dumb. Well, I mean, they're not dumb because they've done something,
I don't think that they're dumb. I just think your advice is completely unhelpful.
Why? Why? Because
And now that we have AI, then anyone can do anything.
We won't have as many uni students, and then you can't teach
You're
them.
going to have kids one day, and
But
you're going to tell them this horrific story, and be like,
what do you mean horrific story?
And they're going to be door-knocking butcher shops all over
I
town.
just play with my friends near local businesses. Someone's going to tap me on
No,
the
I'm
shoulder.
going to tell them if you want something, you go and get it. Knock on the door until your knuckles bleed.
Knock on the door till your knuckles bleed.
Yes, and if the door doesn't open, blow it off the hinges.
So it's all very like Big Bad Wolf with
That's
you.
how I got a job.
Right. Well, there are still some Gen Zs or Gen Zs around who do want traditional jobs. And one of them is Hannah Ferguson, who apparently wants a job that I can't think of anything worse. But the founder of Cheek Media, I know you know it, Mary. I don't know if you would, Caleb. Is it?
I'm aware of her work. Yeah.
Independent media outlet. But she's announced that she's running for politics, and not just anywhere, but in the seat of Grayndler against the PM. It's a lot of commentary that I've heard about this decision is the advantage that she has around already having a profile, that kind of inbuilt following that I think a lot of politicians would, would absolutely kill for and are kind of trying to build while they're out there. It's desirable, but I don't know if it necessarily makes you a good politician. I don't know. What do you think about this move, Mary?
I think it's really, really interesting because I think we're seeing, and it's not fair to call Hannah an influencer because she's not. I guess she's, independent media.
Yeah.
But she's
got a big profile.
She's got a big profile, and I see like a lot of young girls comment and reply to her things and ask her where she got a shirt from. She's a personality. I think she's become a personality through cheek media, which I think is deserved. I think she does really cool stuff. But I think it is fascinating because I'm beginning to see like the influencers infiltrate politics.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, some of this I'm like, there's no lose-lose situation for Hannah here, right? Like, she'll run this campaign and I'm sure her intentions are completely genuine. But all this will do at the end result is like, if she doesn't get in, she'll just raise her profile further. I
think that's why she's doing it.
You think that she's just doing
absolutely? It's a publicity stunt, effectively. It's working because we're talking about it. It's all just to raise her profile.
I wonder if it's a bit of a soft launch into politics. Like, she'll give this a go and then, because
God help us. But
you're not a fan?
No, I think she's wholly unfit for the job. But good luck to her. It's a democracy.
I think it'll be interesting to see, because I guess this is probably like the first and most public example, and I know there are others, but they're just less famous, of like, who are going to be our Gen Z politicians, right?
Yeah.
And obviously she is going to be someone that dips her toe into that water, and we'll see how it goes. But it just fascinated me to see someone that, maybe it is a PR exercise or a way to get her name out there, maybe. But also I was like just fascinated that she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, she's kind of built her own little empire where she has no parameters, you know what I mean? No boss. But once you become a politician, no matter how likable you are or how much your base likes you, you will piss people off. Like,
yeah, but she's already pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yes, but she's going to divide her own base, right? Because I think this is what I find fascinating. So like at the moment, she's got this really active following. If you look at her comments, like 90% of them are positive. People have really, and I think for a lot of young people, she's a trusted source, right? Whether or not you agree with that is fair enough, but I think she is. And now she's going to delve into politics. Now, there are a lot of people that, politicians that I don't mind that have done things, or I've used to like, that have done things or made decisions, and I've been like, you know what? I'm actually not such a fan anymore. This has really annoyed me. This has affected my bottom line, whatever the reason is. And I do think it'll be fascinating. Like, sure, it's going to have to come out and make some political statements, and that's going to divide people because that's the nature of it. And I just wonder, yes, it's definitely going to raise her profile, but will it muddy, like, she's kind of created a safe little world for herself, all credit to her.
Yeah.
Will it muddy that base?
I don't think playing it safe is ever necessarily the smart move. If people are talking about you, whether they like you or dislike you, they're at least talking about you, right? You're getting the publicity.
I think it's interesting
and that's what she wants.
When you commentate and you critique the establishment, what happens when you become the establishment?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, sure, but you got to be open to that. I don't think she's stupid enough to not understand.
I think she's very, very bright. I'm not saying she isn't.
That's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
That comes with the territory.
Would you ever get into politics? I think you'd thrive.
I wouldn't rule anything in or out, but it's not something.
That's a very good
politician
political
answer, isn't it? No.
No,
but I think it's like people who you ask them, you're going to do something. Oh, I would never ever do that. Is always the indicator that they are going to do it. So all I'm saying is, look, I don't know. I've got no imminent plans to go into politics.
Would you do Liberal, One Nation? What's the Fishers and Shooters one?
Depends who wants to talk to me, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, so you're just your soul's for sale.
If someone's offering me a safe seat, I might think about it. But
beliefs. I don't think you're meant to just go where you're wanted.
I think my beliefs are pretty clear. I've only been writing them for a very long time. But I also think, and this is, like, if you ran for a minor party, would you have any success? I think this is indicative of the ego on the woman, that she thinks she can go and run in the Prime Minister's seat. And probably achieve anything.
That's a big stunt. It's like one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Exactly.
It's not the first person who's done that.
As a candidate, she will crash and burn.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no doubt about it.
I think that she's dipping her toe into the political world and seeing how it goes.
Yeah.
And I think there probably is safety in the fact that Albo's seat is probably very safe.
Yeah.
So
you're not really expecting to win, but you want to make an impact and you want to get your face and your voice out there.
But so it's a publicity stunt. Yeah. If you were doing it properly, you'd go and position yourself in a way that you could possibly win. Now that might be in the Senate. I mean, Darren Hinch did it in the Senate, right? On his profile.
Yeah, but don't you think she's just trying?
Can't do that.
I almost feel like she's just seeing if she likes politics. It's like a
So
low...
I'll go and run in the Prime Minister's seat.
Why not?
Like, it's all for publicity.
You got to go all in.
This is not a good faith thing.
What
She
it's-
is doing it for publicity.
What it's brought up for me is that I think there are two very distinct things about being a politician, and one is the communication, one is the profile, the communication, getting people to like you, getting people to vote for you. And I think this is what maybe other politicians or hopeful politicians might be envious of this woman in this case, because she's got that profile, she's got that audience. But then the second part of it is actually doing the job. It's, representing people, it's making the decisions. And that's kind of where, the first half like supports that and like helps you when you get into those muddy waters and piss people off. But yeah, I think that's just kind of what's going to be really interesting here to watch, because we know her politics basically, but we don't know how she's going to survive in the actual, in Parliament if she ever gets there.
I think running cheek media would be way more fun than being a politician.
100%.
And I think she's going to if she got in, which I don't think she will, but if she got in, she's going to go from having her Instagram and doing her ideas and being creative and, going on panels to going to it's not going to be
You have to go to school fates and things.
And do speeches at primary schools.
That's what it always comes back to for me.
School fates.
I'm like,
The
Canberra
reality
I could handle, but just school fates is just a bridge too far.
You'd be at the opening of those
openings
boring
of
things.
parks, far out.
Yeah, benches being it would not be. I don't think she realises.
But
Someone's gotta tell her.
This is what makes a good local member. I don't think she wants to be a good local member.
Yeah.
I think you would be a really good local member.
She just wants
I
publicity.
really respect people who are into that, who are want to sit in their office, have people come and complain to them, and then go and
fair,
open
it is
up a new
genuinely
road.
hard
That isn't
work.
unlike your job.
So that's true. Maybe I'll run in Grandler. I
to
may
be
as
honest,
well.
I don't think it would be that different. It'd be the
Who
same
knows?
vibe.
We'll see what the hours are like. Maybe it is the
Probably
same
the
vibe.
same amount of legal letters.
Maybe I'll get a parking space.
Oh, but being a local member is genuinely hard work, and there are people who've got it down to an art
You
form.
seem like someone that would enjoy handing out the flyers at voting booths.
the how to vote card.
Yeah, I feel like you would thrive under that kind
No,
of.
this is why he has a TV show to tell
It's
people
like-
how to
I know.
vote.
I don't need to hand it how to vote card.
I think
It's
this
a
could be
once
something
every 3 years job.
you could do as a part-time gig, side hustle. Do you get
No.
paid?
No, they're all volunteers.
Oh, are they volunteering to
They're
do that?
volunteers for the parties.
That's embarrassing.
I thought it was like a $20 hour kind of situation.
No. All the people like the Labor and the Liberal and the Greens, they're all members of the party.
I remember once I went and voted in Redfern and there was no Liberal handing out flyers, and I thought that was lazy.
because they were spooked.
Yeah, because I was like, you need to come and you need to canvass. I think I would actually thrive as a politician.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which bit at the school fetes or the
I'd be great at that.
opening of an envelope?
I would excel at all of that stuff.
Mary, maybe start your next job first, and,
Yeah,
then, and then we'll figure
and
it
then
out.
I'll do my
Well,
politics.
you'd have to run as a teal in your area.
I would love being a teal.
Yeah.
Because middle-aged ladies that hate their husbands is my demo. So
Right.
I would be thriving.
So you could be Tiffany Teal.
Yeah, we'd be at luncheons. Yeah, I'd be great at it.
You and Allegra and the crew.
Yeah, and we'd be like, we need the world to be better while we were eating $45 steak.
Absolutely.
You know,
yes.
those are my kind of ladies.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
girl gang.
Sounds like my kind of luxuries, to be honest.
Yeah, these are my people. Yeah.
All right. Well, does this sound like your kind of wedding? Because we've got a Hollywood actress and a retired English rugby star have launched a crowdfunding campaign asking people to help fund their wedding. It's Annalyn McCord. Do you remember her from the 90210 reboot?
I actually
Me
did watch
either.
that.
Really?
Because you want to know a fun fact about the 90210 reboot? And the first,
Well, I don't know any facts about
Okay,
it.
well, the first scene is this main guy getting a blowjob in a car, and the person giving him the blowjob is Meghan Markle.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
She doesn't like to mention that anymore.
Wow.
You can't see the blowjob. The blowjob is implied.
Yeah.
Oh,
But anyway, she's
Yeah.
wiped that off the IMDb, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember.
only for Harry now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, these
At all.
guys are asking people. They've set up a donations registry, not for their a traditional wedding registry for wedding
Yeah.
gifts, but this is to cover the expenses of the actual wedding. First time I've heard of it. These guys are worth $11 million.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
To be fair, I've never heard of either of them.
I've never heard of either of them either, but I've never heard of people
She
like
used to
proactively asking people to donate to fund their wedding.
She used to be engaged to the hot guy from Prison Break, not the young brother, the old one.
I can't remember Prison Break at
Oh,
all.
You're
wow.
not doing much to help them.
Wrong
Guys.
crowd, babe.
I really liked Prison Break. Anyway.
Yeah. Are we donating for a wedding?
No. If you can't afford to get married, I don't care.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, but why do you need to have the flash wedding anyway? Like,
You don't, for Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really
For
sad.
Instagram.
That's so sad.
No,
I mean,
but
if you want to do it for Instagram, pay for it yourself. Don't ask other people to pay for your wedding.
I think the thing is that, like, I mean, like, their alleged net worth. I think that some celebrities, like these ones who we don't know the names of really, are not as rich as people think they are.
Yeah.
Like, I actually do believe that. And I think they also live far more to paycheck because I think what happens to a lot of them is they earn, like, she would have earned a pretty good paycheck when she was in that reboot show, right? But she probably thought, I'm just going to keep earning all this money. And then didn't.
Yeah, you live large for a few years and then
it all falls
and then it
apart,
fizzles out.
right? Like, most people's wages are meant to just keep going up, whereas, like, stars can really, like, flounder. But I think it's fascinating because I think it's not just like how people are really now into the destination wedding.
Yeah.
And ultimately what you're saying is pay to come to my wedding, right?
Yeah, I think that's rude.
Well, I think it's
great.
Yeah, I think it's fine, but it does mean like only your rich friends are going to be with you.
Yeah,
like you're making a class decision. That's fine. But I do think it's like this new thing of like, I want this, so why? You know, like everyone sets up GoFundMe. Like, I'm fascinated by the fact, maybe this makes me evil, but like as soon as someone dies now, we set up a GoFundMe, and I'm like, sometimes I don't think money is going to help anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I'm sure that money actually is the issue. Like they need help paying their mortgage or like. I understand that. But a lot of time now, I think it's become this new social norm where if something goes wrong in someone's life, we decide that money can fix it.
Yeah.
And I don't think...
Well, you can't... No, I think what helps is wanting to do something.
Yeah.
And going, oh, okay, this is a bad situation. How can I make it better? Oh, here you go. Like a couple of clicks and it's fine.
Well, yeah, I think it almost absolves people. But I also think with this whole wedding thing, like... So you got, like, a lot of weddings are really boring. Like, there's the odd wedding that's good, right? It's the odd wedding that's good. So now you've got to donate for something you're probably just going to from out of obligation.
But I don't even know if donating to this wedding, it doesn't, like, get you on the guest list.
It's a publicly available thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't even get to go.
Yeah. Or maybe you get to go. Or maybe there's, like, tiered sponsorship.
Tier sponsorship.
Like, if you pay, like, $500, then you get, I don't know, you get a ticket to the wedding. Well, not a ticket. You get on the guest list. Or then if you pay more, maybe you get a mention in the speech.
But I think it's like, okay.
Like if it's like a building fund and then you get a brick with your name on it. I think it should be like that at the wedding.
Like when they redo the football oval
like
and get your name on the picket
vows,
on the fence.
Naming rights sponsors.
That is so bad.
You can get the couple to take your name.
Oh my God, that is just disgusting.
This is not happening, by the way.
No, I know, but I'm
but you've
imagining...
enraged him anyway.
But I'm imagining that someone is going to do... Like, we will get to a point where someone will do that, and it's just obscene.
Yeah.
But it's like... Celebrities and people with a public profile trade on their name, right? And if they can make a buck out of it, that's great.
Yeah, but sell the wedding pictures.
Well, I can say usually... You sell a product that you are attached to. So, I don't know, you can buy a hat or a mug or whatever it is with a name on it or a
Do
brand.
you have any merch that you sell?
No, I don't
That's a missed opportunity.
Oh, no, maybe I should look into
When you get married, you should sell something.
I'll have to look into it.
Well, we're famously going to Caleb's wedding.
I know, I can't wait. We just need to marry him off first.
But this is just them saying, I have a name, therefore you should pay for my wedding. It's just weird. It's really
I
off.
think you kind of do it anyway. Like when because most people don't ask for gifts, right? You
try and pay your
give something
ticket.
in the card. Yeah. So you're going, I feel like when you're going to a wedding, you're having to work out all this maths and you're like, what's appropriate? Like, if I haven't been to a wedding in a few years, like what's the inflation effect? How much are you about to pay? Is it at a fancy place? Like how much have they paid for this wedding? It's just, freaks me out.
It's also like the thing is like now the wishing well thing.
Yeah.
I think I recently went to a wedding and I was like, is it kind of like I was going with my boyfriend and I was like, is $400? Is that fair? Like, so 200
each.
200 per head?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
And also, like, we had to, this sounds so cheap to me, but like, we had to Uber there and back. Like,
Yeah.
the whole weekend ended up costing us like $650.
Yeah.
And the wedding was quite a snooze, if I'm being honest.
Do you want to tell us any more?
No, I will say this is quite funny. I was like, I didn't really know. It was like more his friends than my friends. So I was like really just finding people to talk to. I was talking to some random man and I was telling him in detail how I hate when people might write their own vows because most people aren't good writers.
Yeah.
So
it's a dangerous game.
And also they kind of go on a bit and either becomes too sexual or just gets weird. Like I've never been through a good vows.
Give us an example of the sexual vows.
Oh, I've had like I've been at weddings where people have been like, you know, I promise like that we'll have sex at least once a week.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I've been at,
How
I'm
romantic.
from Wollongong, so that's our culture.
Romantic. Once a week.
Yeah. So I've heard.
God, if you're going to put it in the vows, I mean,
Well,
make
you're
it at
sleeping
least,
naked, so
at
you're
least
up
once
for
a
it
day.
whenever anyone will touch you by accident. But anyway, and I was sort of like saying, I was like, I hate when people write their own vows, like, rah, rah. And then we sat down, he was right near me, and then the couple did their own vows. And I could feel him looking at me the whole time.
You just have to save that for after.
Yeah, but I think maybe because I'm a writer or a journalist, in my head am critiquing the vows. Like, I'm like, you could have done that line a lot better. Hold for applause. And then I did help at another wedding. I helped the best man write his speech.
Oh, yeah,
and it got big laughs. And the whole time I was like, okay, that was good.
I was like,
then did you tell everyone it was your material?
He was telling everyone. Like, he was like, I will fess up. Yeah. It was me. Because he was going down a dangerous path, and I had to get him back on, back on the...
Yeah.
I reckon there's a business in this.
I think I could write best man speeches and bridesmaid speeches.
Yeah.
I'd be very good at it.
I think I've heard
not AI.
Yeah, I think I've heard some AI speeches.
Oh yeah.
My pet peeve about bridesmaid speeches, this kills me, is when the woman gets up and she's like, "We have been through some crazy times together," and you're like, "Okay,
go on."
I want a crazy time.
Is this like the voice you use when you read bits from your
This is
Wills
how
and Boone
all
books?
bridesmaids speak, and then they're like, "We used to skip English together. We were crazy." And you're like, that's the most boring thing I've ever heard in my life. And then everyone's like, "Woo!" And that, like, it's horrific. Or they'll turn to the bride and they'll be like, "Remember that one summer?" And you're like, "Babe, you got to dial me in. Like deal me in." Like,
no, we don't. Read the room.
One summer. Or they'll clearly like imply about like a time that the bride was single and like having a lot of sex or whatever. And you're like, this is uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah.
That really bothers me. You have to remember, with a speech at a wedding, right? It is for everyone. Like, it's for mum, dad, nan, gramps, and the friends.
Yeah.
And I think people make the mistake of like trying to do the speech for the friends.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Like, nan doesn't want to hear about the time someone got the clap. You know?
Well, you know what they say.
What do they say?
It's better to have had the clap than to have never loved at all.
Have you ever done a wedding speech? Have you had the clap as well? Actually, I should have asked that.
No to both.
No to both. You've never done a wedding speech.
No,
I think you'd get right into it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'd be good at it, yeah.
I think you'd take it very seriously. Have you done a wedding speech?
No, I've done my own.
Well, yeah. I hope you'd say. Did you say much, or did you just do the classic?
Yeah. No, my speech was really good. It was really funny.
Was it better than your husband's?
I don't know if it was better, but it was good.
So what was your what song did you do your first dance to?
Oh, that's boring. It was a Beyonce song, Halo. It's a good song.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Also like a very moment in time, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it wasn't like when it was out, but no, it was good.
A bit
it was
indie.
a good time. It was not an indie.
No.
An indie.
You were trying to say it was an independent choice.
It was an indie version of Beyonce's Halo. It was a ska version.
You'd want to do like your first dance to "I was only 18" or something. We'd have to explain to you. Can't.
No, you'd
You know that song? Or was it, "I was only 19"? You know that one?
I was only 19.
That's what you want to do.
It's about going off to the Vietnam
I know.
War.
A True Blue.
And that's what we
No, it would
I'll
be
get John
like
Williamson
little,
in.
What was your little one that you did with
On the
Rose?
ukulele.
Gambling
Yeah.
Man, Kenny Chesney. I could see that
A
one.
bit of Slim Dusty.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Break
Gambling
out
Man.
a bit of Slim
That could
Dusty.
that could be one.
Anyway.
It had to be something like "Fly Me to the Moon," or something like
Fly
that.
Me to the Moon.
Classic.
Great song.
Yeah, no, if you're 100.
Oh, come on, Mary. What's yours going to be?
Oh, I actually don't know, but
Still the One by Shania Twain.
that's actually
That's a good one.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
I know.
that's great.
It's a very common.
It's actually
first
a
song.
great
But it's
suggestion.
I love
Yeah.
Shania Twain. Love Shania Twain.
It's a great suggestion.
It's a great
Kaylee.
suggestion. You could even see yourself invited to the wedding.
I think you would have fun if I had a wedding.
I'm sure I would.
I think you would have a little bit. It would be exciting for you
Oh, why is that?
because my friend's actually fun, and I
Oh,
think
good.
that would be.
That's good to know. For
You
them.
could maybe be the ring bearer.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow.
So much
What
to
about-
look forward
What
to.
about the dog?
You and Frank would have to be a duo,
I'm going to say, like,
and I'm seeing you and Frank fighting.
oh,
I'm seeing.
I don't want to fight
I'm
with the
seeing
dog.
an alpha fight between you and
I'm not
Frank.
going to fight with you. If the dog's going to fight with me, I'm not going to fight.
This is
with
going to
him.
be you on my wedding day yapping to me, where I'm trying to put my veil on, and you're like,
Like, the fucking dog is
Yeah.
fighting with me.
"Yeah,
Caleb's not going to be in your bridal party getting ready with you.
we don't know. We don't know at this point."
I mean, if he donates enough, if he sponsors the wedding,
Yeah,
then
if
he
you
might
give me,
win the
like,
bridesmaid experience.
$20,000. I would.
Yeah.
You can,
Blow it out your ass. 20 grand?
All right. Well, look, we've got a lot to look forward to, including coming back next week for another episode. Also, Mary, we need to wish you luck for your new gig starting next week, Kyle Sandilands Live.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll all be tuning in, I'm sure.
Well, if you've subscribed.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to start a GoFundMe.
I feel like you could probably get it on the corporate card. Don't you think?
Oh.
All right. We'll see. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.